Okay, so this is what Essex Street looks like at 10 a.m. on Columbus Day 2020. You can actually see the street for once. Hey vlog, day 3 of Salem, and we just went back to Jaho Coffee because it's the best coffee shop in Salem. Brew box is not good, don't go there. And this is a pumpkin pie dirty chai. I got this iced on the first day, but I tried it hot today because it is bricks outside. And I got the candy corn latte, and she's pretty good. She's just sweet. I got jelly beans. Let me give you a jelly bean tour. No way. I got buttered popcorn. Wait, say where these are from, dude. They're from Popped, or Popped. Next to Longboard's restaurant, if you guys were wondering. Yeah, and this is toasted marshmallow. And I also got some ice cream flavors, assorted. Hey guys, what's up? It's Hannah. We are in line for the Nightmare Gallery. It's like a wax museum, I guess, of like horror figures in movies. Scary movies, yeah. Scary movies, yeah. So that's really fun. And we just went back to the Covens gift shop because I needed to get something for my mom, and I did find something. And like threatened to kill me. Oh yeah. Shop employee threatened to kill me? Shocking. She actually did though. Yeah, Hanny messed up a pile and the lady said she wanted to kill her. I was like, I'm sorry. Just trying to get out of your store so more people can come in. Okay, so we just went to this place called Melt Homemade Ice Cream. It's like the first set of buildings that you see when you come off of the train station, which is where we parked for $2 a day, so definitely park there. Hanny got white minty chip. All right, give us a first impression. Okay. Sorry, this spoon's not very sturdy. This is supposed to be the best ice cream in Salem, by the way. So we've heard. Just ice cream. Pretty good. I got the salted caramel with sea salt chocolate chips. It's good, but super caramely. Good golly. I like it though. Okay, hi, I'm sorry. I literally am the worst vlogger in the whole world. This is why I don't do this for a living. We just wrapped up our final day here in Salem. We will do a little haul when we get back to the hotel room. But overall, today we kind of just walked around a lot, so there wasn't like too much to vlog because we ate at Longboards and we just kind of did some shopping, so you'll see all of that later. But we didn't do any like real touristy things besides the Nightmare Gallery, which is like a wax museum for horror films, but there was no filming allowed, so like I had nothing to show. But that was pretty fun. I'd recommend doing that if you come here. It is pretty short though, and it's like $14 per person. So but yeah, we will see you back at the hotel. So we are heading to Cracker Barrel for dinner. So hard to vlog in a mask. But yeah, there's a Cracker Barrel right across the street, so we're gonna go have dinner there. Look how dark and gloomy these hallways are. So this is my first ever experience at the Cracker Barrel. I got chicken and dumplings. Okay, I guess we'll start with and they are very good, must say. Honey, how's your food?
I didn't even take a bite yet.
Okay, I'm sure it's gonna be good anyway. Alright, bye.
Alright, bye.
So today we went to lunch at Longboards, which we'll get into our feelings about all the restaurants. But there's a place right next to it called Popped that's like super gourmet and homemade popcorn, and it was cute. So I got this Hocus Pocus flavor. It's not my favorite. It's different. It's just birthday cake. I like birthday cake. That's pretty good. Butterbeer. Doesn't really taste like anything. I like that one. And s'mores. That's exactly what it tastes like. Yeah, wow. That's pretty good. Wow. Yeah. We went back to the trolley depot today. And they have like shirts and stuff. Because I have been looking at this shirt the whole time we've been here. So I just decided to finally buy it. I got shirts for my dad and brother too. So, got this one for my dad, this one for my brother. And they're like cheap too, but they don't feel like bad quality. So, very happy with that store, probably one of my favorite stores. And then we were at Longboards, and I think I got these, oh, what was the name of that place? Okay, so while Hannah looks up what the name of this next place is called, I'll show you what I got at the Lizzie Borden house when we were there yesterday. So I just got this t-shirt because the other ones said I survived the night, and I didn't. Not yet. So I got one for my friend that is interested in the case but couldn't come with us, and then one for myself. I just got this keychain. Just says, did she do it? But I probably won't use it because it freaks me out. Because she scares me. So we went to this place called Vamp Fangs on Essex. This is like across from the Bewitched statue, like back a little ways behind there. And I just got coffee for my boss. It's just this coffee called Deadly Grounds. It's just a plain flavor. Anyway, if you eat at Longboards, there's a place like right next to the Happy Sunflower. It's not Salem Dippity, it's something else. But there I got this cutest little giraffe air plants, and I think that this is so cute. Partridge in a Pear Tree, this place is called. And I also got two of these mugs. Just got this mug that says all kinds of cute little Salem stuff. So I got one for me and one for my sister-in-law. And then I also got her this coaster to go with that. I thought that was cute. And then at the boutique near there, something with an F, I don't know, we just got gloves because we were cold. They were $16. Village Silversmith, I got this ring. It's just like a little stone. She's cute. She was only $20. We went back to Coons too, and I just got this sweatshirt for my mom. Pretty cute. Those stores are pretty good if you're looking for like apparel. Cheap apparel too. Yeah, they're probably like the best. Good quality but cheap. But you can find almost anything at like different stores. Like if you see one sweatshirt at one store, you'll see it at another store. Like they all have the same stuff. Okay, so now we're gonna do our overall thoughts on the whole trip. What you should know if you're coming to Salem, if you do come here during the pandemic, during the peak season. This was our first time here, so I guess take what we say with a grain of salt. Our experience is gonna be a lot different than most people's because we didn't do majority of the things that the tourists typically do here. So let's get into that. So starting off with the things that we didn't get to do was the Salem Witch Walk, which my friend who was here last week recommended for us to do, so we booked it. But unfortunately yesterday we got a call that our tour guide had a cold. They're not sure, he had to be tested, so just to be safe they canceled everything that he was gonna, I guess, guide. So we just never got to do it, getting refunded, and that's the end of that story. We never got a chance to go to the Willows. I guess it's like the Salem Willow Park. We just thought it'd be pretty, but just with the time it just didn't work out. The one museum that we did do was the Nightmare Gallery, and that is just a wax figure museum with like horror film wax figures.
It was really cool.
Yeah, if you're into horror films, that was pretty cool. And it gives you like facts about the movie, like kind of like fun facts about the production, which was kind of cool because like you would have never known that. And you're not allowed to take any pictures or videos in there, and it's $14. So, and it took us maybe 10 minutes to walk through it.
Yeah, it's not long.
So it's definitely like overpriced, but some of the things, like we saw like figures from The Exorcist and like Pennywise, so it was pretty cool to see them like lifelike. But I guess I would recommend doing it, but it's not something you need to do more than once. And then we also wanted to do the Hammond Castle just because it looks really beautiful, but
We just did not get a chance to, and we were here for 3 full days, by the way.
I mean, we didn't get to do the witch house, but that was kind of on us for not planning ahead. But that's probably the only thing that I wanted to do that we didn't get to do.
We were going to book those tickets once we got here because I was reading that all the museums you need to book the day of, or at least most of them, so I kind of just put that in my mind that that's what we were going to do. And then when we got here, I looked up the witch house for all 3 days and it was completely sold out. So that was my fault. If you're watching this, learn from me. Book those tickets in advance if you want to see the witch house. Okay, now things that we don't recommend doing. So there is a parking lot that is right outside of the Witch City Mall, and it's super close. It's $30, at least that's what it is this Columbus Day weekend of October 2020. It is $30, which I guess is not too bad, but compared to where we parked at the train station, it was only $2, and that was for the full day too. So you can save $28 if you simply park at the Salem train station.
Another thing is that there's like a lot of parking lots that are $30, but you're better off just going to the train station.
There's some that are even further away,
yeah,
that are like $20, but if you just go to the train station, no one says anything, no one knows what you're there for, like it's not suspicious or anything, like you can definitely park there and save a lot of money. Our hotel experience is kind of its own thing in itself. I'll try to make this quick. Basically, we told our story about the first night that we got here. It was fine. However, you have to request service if you want your bed made and your sheets washed and fresh towels every single day, which I've stayed in plenty of hotels in my life and I've never once had to do that. And so we actually spoke to my mom because we were like, how do we go about complaining about not having fresh towels every day and not having our trash taken out? And so when we finally went down, we were just like, hey, like we don't want to be rude, but could we get some towels? And she was like, oh, well, you just had to have requested the service. And I don't know, to me that's just not really acceptable because no one ever told us about that either. Like there was no way for us to know.
And we're at a Holiday Inn, by the way. I don't know if we said that.
The Holiday Inn Tewksbury, which is 40 minutes from Salem. It was $130 for both of us. Like we both paid $130 each for 4 nights, which I guess you get what you pay for. And I have no idea if it costs money to get that room service. But anyway, if you're looking to save some money, I guess this experience was fine.
So we went to Far From the Tree cider house, and it was okay. Like it was really cute and nothing was wrong with it. I just don't really think it's worth it to go. Like I don't think their ciders are that good. I mean, that's all personal preference, but they're not like anything special that you can't do like at home. If you do go to do that though, don't walk. Try to find parking somewhere. I mean, if you're in a big group of people, you'll probably be fine, but us as 2 young women alone walking together, and we didn't really have anything on us to defend ourselves if anything happened. It was kind of sketchy, like the area we were walking in, so I wouldn't recommend that, especially at night.
The only good thing about the cider house I felt was the slushies, because it's like a different experience. I've never been to like a winery where there's slushies. I'm sure it is a common thing, but at least like I haven't experienced that, and they were really good. But other than that, like, I wouldn't say like, yeah, you have to do that when you come here.
The slushies are very sweet, and like the actual ciders are very kind of bitter.
All right, so we're gonna tell you about the stores that have the longest lines and whether or not they're worth the wait. So Emporium 32 sells a lot of pins and hats. It's definitely cute if you're into that kind of stuff. They also sell scarves. I would recommend going there because it's like a unique kind of store.
Yeah, I think there's like something for almost everybody in there. Like you're probably guaranteed to find something in there. It's just cute and unique, the stuff they have, and they have like crystals and stuff, so that's always cool, and they're cheap.
Covens Cottage is a really long wait. That was the longest one that we've seen, and that one is like a true witchcraft store. Like they sell like animal skulls and fur and like herbs, and stuff like that, like tinctures. The line, when you see it, like you will think it is the coolest store ever and you have to go into it, but if you're not really into witchcraft, like serious witchcraft, you don't need to go in there. And then the last thing that we want to like warn you about is to expect the weather to be different than what it looks like, because the first day it said like 70 something and it was truly that hot. It was very hot that day. And then the next 2 days it was extremely cold and it was windy every single day, and we forgot to pack layers like gloves, hats, and scarves and stuff like that, so that's why we bought the gloves.
We thought that like your
like basic fall clothes would be good, like sweaters and like cardigans and stuff like that, but you really need more because it is so windy up there, especially by the water. Okay, now some good things. What we do recommend doing, my top 2 things are doing the Lizzie Borden house, which is an hour from Tewksbury at least, which I guess it's probably about an hour from Salem as well. If you're not really into the case, I guess it wouldn't be worth it, but if you're really into the Lizzie Borden case and you want to learn more about it and like physically go there, it's definitely cool to do. And then also for me is the witch picks. The witch picks is definitely my top thing. Like, it was a great way to start off the trip, and you get the pictures like immediately, which is cool. You don't have to wait at all, so it's just a good experience. And then I really liked seeing like the Ropes Mansion and the Hocus Pocus house, because that's what I came here for, and it was cool to see them in real life. For the Hocus Pocus locations, we saw Old Town Hall, which is just called Town Hall, I guess. Yeah. And that's like in between the shops on Essex. It's kind of like hidden in a way. We were kind of just walking, we're like, oh, there it is. It's a lot smaller than you would think. And then Ropes Mansion is 2 doors down from the witch house, so very easily accessible. A lot of people wanting to take pictures there. Max and Danny's house, there's no parking lot like anywhere near that. You'll probably have to walk, but we ended up parking like right in front of their house. It is private property, so be respectful, but they don't care if you take pictures in front of their house. There was a lot of people in front of the house just taking pictures, so you're good to go, but just be nice. So all the food places that we ate at, we cannot complain. We ate at Mercy's Tavern the first day. We got baked mac and cheese and buffalo cauliflower. Service was great. Employees were nice. Yeah, and food was good. I guess because of COVID, they get you in and out of there pretty quick, but they're like nice about it, and they do move quickly. Like, you get your food so quick. And then today, like we said, we ate at Longboards, and there is a drink there on the secret menu. It's called Californication. We both got it. It's $9. It's Prosecco, orange juice. It's a really sweet, peachy looking drink. It's super girly, super fruity. It's very good. It's very strong. We drank it on an empty stomach, and then as we were eating, we kept drinking it, and we were like tipsy. We were good. And then I also got a flatbread there. It was pretty good. Can't complain. I got a lobster roll because when in New England, you get lobster. It was very, very good, and I don't think it was that expensive for what it was, $24. Oh, and then Jaho's, the coffee place that we've been talking about, is right up the street from Longboard, so we went there after. And every other day. Yeah, we love it there. We went there every day. It was so good. Just the vibe you get and the options they have, it's just great. We also tried Brewbox in the morning because we hadn't tried that one yet, but it's really not as good. I don't think it's as special. There's not as much of an experience, so I would recommend Jaho's over Brewbox if you're going to choose between the two. I want to talk about Melt's ice cream, which if you park at the train station and you start walking towards Essex, so like the train station's here, and then you would just walk towards Essex, and then Essex kind of runs like this way. While you're walking there, Melt's is like on the corner next to Bass and Half Bags, and I got the salted caramel ice cream, and it was very good, and cost $10 for both of us for 2 scoops, so it's like fairly priced. That wasn't bad, and it's like a nice little homemade ice cream place, so I would recommend going there. I got the white minty chip ice cream, and it wasn't bad, but the salted caramel ice cream is so good. Like, get that over anything else. What else we would recommend is definitely book everything in advance that you possibly can. Like, I just kind of assumed that all the museums had to be booked the day of, and some of them still were. We just kind of chose not to do them because we didn't want to feel rushed with the stores, because you have to wait a pretty long time to get into the stores, and shopping was just, like, I guess higher on our list than wasting money at a lot of the museums, although it might not be a waste of money if it's worth it, but we can't tell you. And then we also visited the Salem Witch Trials Memorial, which that moves pretty smoothly during the pandemic. They have it like you just kind of flow through. It's just like a big U shape, and all the victims' names are there, and people come and put flowers, and it's a nice little memorial. It's right next to the graveyard, and that's about as into the witch trials that we got, unfortunately. Yeah, I do wish there was like more into that, but I mean, if we had done the tours, we probably would have learned more. Which we did have the witch walk booked, and we thought that one tour would have been fine, and then we were going to do the museums the day of, but like we said, our tour got canceled, so there's nothing we could have done about that. Shout out to Paul too. Yeah, Paul, if you're watching this, thank you. Paul at Crowhaven Corner, you the man. He gave us a personal phone call. Yeah, to let us know, and he was very sweet, and he ended up giving us, after the walk, you're supposed to get 10% off at the gift shop, and we didn't get anything at the gift shop. We ended up going, but he gave us 10% off anyway, even though we couldn't actually do the walk, so that was really nice. And now our overall feelings about visiting Salem during a pandemic. Overall, if you have to drive more than, I would say like 5 hours, probably not worth it. It's known for being the Halloween capital of the world, but honestly, we did not feel that at all. It just felt so crowded, and all of the employees seemed very stressed at every single store we were in. It was like they were grateful for their business, but at the same time, they were so worried about not getting fined by the Board of Health, and they just patrol the streets. So like the people are just on edge, and I felt like I could feel that tension.
Yeah.
And
like you feel like you got to be careful when you're in line.
Yeah.
And that's just weird.
And everybody was pretty respectful in regards to wearing your masks. You do have to wear your masks outside at all times when you're walking through Salem.
Which you really should be doing anyway.
Yeah. That made us feel a lot safer because we were going to do that anyway. We got tested before we came up here. We put hand sanitizer on before every single store. There was one store, it was like a boho store, near the Hawthorne Hotel that gives you gloves before you go in. So that was pretty cool. But overall, we both just felt a little underwhelmed, and that's probably because we missed out on a lot of the touristy things.
I mean, I really only came up here for the Hocus Pocus houses because it's like my favorite movie and I wanted to see them, but I don't know. I thought that Salem would be like a lot more historical, and it didn't feel like that. It felt more gimmicky, like, and capitalized and kind of ruined almost.
Yeah, because as soon as you walk onto Essex, everybody is there just to shop.
Yeah.
That is all that anyone cares about. The museums are like there, but the lines for the shops just kind of like overpower everything, and it's just like stressful as soon as you walk up.
Yeah.
But if you don't mind crowds and you don't mind waiting, then I guess come on up.
And it's not that we would mind waiting normally, but during a pandemic it's a little difficult, especially with the rules that they have in place. So that was kind of the problem. I guess we just felt kind of like on edge the whole time. It was kind of hard to relax.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And then like with our hotel experience not being the best either, it was like it's just like a little stressful. The food was probably the best part.
Yeah,
and like and shopping once you get into the stores. And jahos. And Bass and hot dogs.
Bass and hot dogs.
If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Just kidding, don't, because you ain't gonna get regular videos from me. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you go to Salem, I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in whenever my next video is.